Right now she's in surgery, so we're not quite sure how she's doing. The last update we got was over 2 hours ago, which was they had just started basically, and they're still in the early stages, and she's doing just fine. They will be giving updates to us every 4 hours, so.
It wasn't just a simple
Oh no!
break.
Yeah, the news was saying a minor injury, but I had already talked to her and talked to my mom, who talked to the nurse who was at the car wreck with her, and it was the nurse said it was a very bad injury. It was a serious injury, and that my mom should head over to Indianapolis right now. So we knew that it was not a minor injury. Once we found out that it was shattered, we were like, the nurses were upset that they were still referring to it as a minor injury. And at that point, she was still bleeding out. In fact, when they took her for surgery, she was still bleeding. They still could not get the bleeding under control, and that was something they were going to try to get with the surgery.
What is shattered?
Her humerus. She said it's not very funny, though.
Yeah, right. Where is that? Like
your upper arm?
Upper arm.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're not sure if it's injured her elbow joint or her shoulder joint. The last we talked to them. So if it did, that's going to require a lot more repair. But she does have nerve damage also, so she's an artist also, and she loves to write and draw, and it's one of the things she's very passionate about. I was just picking out pajamas for her, and one of her shirts said art is life, and I was like, oh, she loves that shirt, and I was like, maybe not today, because she won't be able to write or draw for a long time.
How did you hear about what happened? What was your reaction?
My mom called while I was in the hospital with my husband having a minor procedure, and she's like, can you get there right now? And I couldn't, because I was my husband's ride. But then I looked it up on the news, and her car was really the only car that was posted, and I was like, oh my gosh, and they were saying minor injuries, and I was hearing like definitely severe injuries, and so I wasn't sure exactly what to make of it. But I actually, when they got her to Eskenazi, they called me to let me know it wasn't like luckily, like, her body was okay, it was just her arm, but it was severely damaged.
Last